Right. Look like we're on live. Okay, everybody. Okay, we're going to check on some things. Okay, there we go. Let's take it to a few places so our friends can see. And then I'm going to turn on this place. Wait a minute, I need to go back up. Go through this every time. I made some changes. There we go. I think that's enough. I don't think everybody can handle this. Let's see, Petersburg ready to learn something new. I'll put it here. All right, CBDC, central bank and digital currency. All right. Hello, viewers. How are you all today? I hope you all can hear me and hear me well. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold. And I'm I'm an investor. I'm retired. I'm military. Been a minister, pastor, 22 years. And I'm coming with a different form. I'm focusing on bringing people out of bondage and have an understanding where they can make the most financial decisions. Now, one thing I wanted to share with each and every one of you, I am not a financial advisor in any form, so don't take this advice. I'm just sharing information that can be helpful to you in understanding how this world, and particularly this digital currency and crypto space really works. Just to give you a little background, I'm about to graduate from Cornell University and with a certification in blockchain essentials, where I've learned a number of a great deal of information, receiving a great deal of information on the blockchain essential per se, cryptocurrency, understanding some other things. Let me get this out the way. Contracts, smart contracts, and how does that apply? Ethereum, why did Ethereum set up its own blockchain? How long blockchain's been with us? What's the future of blockchain look? So I share a video on it in detail, covering an understanding about blockchain, but also, guys, having an understanding how the world market is looking at the market, the blockchain, and how important blockchain is to our financial future when it comes to doing transactions. Right now, you may not know this, but our country, and if not the world, is already locked in blockchain. From insurance, real estate, manufacturing, distribution, and perhaps our military as a whole, the world's military, it's all connected in the blockchain space. Now, what particular blockchain is being used, that's another story. But I can bet you rest for sure that it is Ethereum, because Ethereum, you can build your own Ethereum blockchain and connect it with other Ethereum accounts to do transactions. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Also, but what I'm really here for, and I'm going to move off of this space, is to talk to you about a phenomenon that took place back in April this year. and that's called a digital currency monetary authority. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the digital currency authority, monetary authority. Okay. Well, for one, it just launched this past April. It just launched this past April, and it's going to change the way the world monetary is utilized in the digital space. You know, and I just want to share with you guys, currency that's being used for transactions around the world. I mean, you know, the United States leads the pack when it comes to that, foreign exchange. The BRIC guys, you're talking about China, India, Pakistan, Brazil, Russia, and Iran, banding together to come up with their own type of currency backed by gold. Okay. Which I know is going to have some success because they got a large economy among each other. However, the BRIC is not going to be as compatible with the rest of the market because the market has gone totally digital. And believe it or not, I mean, we're in it. We're in it, and there's no return from it. I mean, there's no looking back, actually. So we're here to stay. So let's take a look at April 13th. And one of the articles I'm going to quote from is from fintechfutures.com. You can reference it. You can confirm it. Matter of fact, you can even Google what I'm sharing with you. You know, just Google digital currency, because digital currency monetary authority has launched international central bank digital currency. We had our own central bank in the United States. Every country has its own central bank. Okay. But what's rising is a digital currency central bank. Does that make sense to you? Digital currency central bank. United States is supposed to be working on their own, and just like giving money to Ukraine or your supplies to Ukraine, it's moving in a very slow pace. But I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that digital currency will be, in the next 5 or 10 years, be the way and the means of doing exchange when it comes to trade, international trade, and purchases. Now, I want to read this article to you, dated 13th April, and entitled, again, the Digital Currency Monetary Authority has launched an international central bank digital currency, CBDC. And those in the military, Charlie Bravo Delta Charlie. The Universal Monetary Unit, which stands for UMU, or Uniform Mike Uniform, symbolized as U, can transact as in any legal tender settlement currency. I'm going to say that again. With the Universal Monetary Unit, the universal dollar, the universal money, you can transact any legal tender settlement currency, and is designed to enforce banking regulations and protect the financial integrity of the international banking system. Okay? This is big, guys. Also known as Unicoin. I want to say that again. I want you to repeat after me. Everybody, let's say Unicoin. And I spell UNICOIN. And see, this Unicoin, which is under the Universal Monetary Unit, is powered by, and you guessed it, America, artificial intelligence, and adopted in a central banking monetary policy framework to ensure it has continuous purchasing demand. minimum price volatility. I mean, that's volatility, and annual asset pricing target. So let me read that again to you. The Unicoin, better known as the Universal Monetary Unit, is powered by artificial intelligence and adopted a central banking monetary policy framework to ensure it has continuous purchasing demand, minimum price volatility, and annual asset pricing targets. The Uniform Monetary Unit also complies with the recent crypto asset policy recommendations proposed by the IMF. That stands for International Monetary Fund, okay? And can be configured to operate according to the central banking regulations of each participating jurisdiction. So what does that mean, guys? Remember how the International Monetary Funding provides funds to countries all over the world that may be in need of funds, like Greece, for example, or small, I can't even remember the neighbor from India, but a number of countries, Pakistan, begging for International Monetary Funds help a lot through loans to keep their economy and keep their governments in operations. Now, this UMU, which is Universal Monetary Unit, is going to be powered by artificial intelligence and is going to be a very integral part of the central banking monetary policy. How's that going to affect you? It's going to affect everything in a much faster way, just like the federal government FedNow. It's also a digital asset. It is also a swifter way of doing transaction through coding, of course, through the banking system, communications. Now, I'm going to read this paragraph to you so you can get even more understanding. And it does affect each court national jurisdiction. But also, the banks can attach SWIFT codes and bank accounts to a UMU, which is Universal Monetary Unit, digital currency wallet, and transaction SWIFT, like cross-border payments over digital currency, rail bypassing the corresponding banking system, and best price wholesale FX, which stands for foreign exchange rates, and with instantaneous real-time settlement. That's why when I was telling you about how fast this thing going to be, and just think about the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can already have an estimate of what's going to happen next year that fast. It does calculation faster than a human brain. That's how fast artificial intelligence. It is a learned program. Remember Skynet? Remember Lost in Space with a robot? He have to learn and communicate with the people. Star Trek. Remember Star Trek, the computer? And Kirk will ask the computer a question, and the computer will say calculating, we're thinking, and then give Captain Kirk or the Enterprise an answer based on those calculations and that speed of the intelligence they have. It's like having an artificial brain, but not a brain. It's all part of integrated circuits and transistors, and it's amazing and scary at the same time. So the Universal Monetary Unit model law legislation has been drafted in collaboration with several sovereign states, which dictates that Universal Monetary Unit should not be enacted as legal tender for negotiation, domestic prices, or international trade agreement. Don't believe that. I don't believe that one day. I believe that's going to happen. They're going to use it to leverage negotiations or international trade agreement. But I also believe that they're going to use that to leverage countries that may think about invading another country. Hint, hint. And then if that other country doesn't withdraw, then UMU going to take hold and most likely make all their money worthless. Probably what's going on with these sanctions with Russia right now. So the UMU is a game changer. Universal Monetary Unit is a game changer in how cross-border payments are transacted and mitigated against seasonal or systematic local currency depreciation. Money do lose value, but it's so much faster. So if your country wants to purchase 4 billion euros of wheat, for example, or get tons of wheat, it can be done at a faster, more negotiable pricing at current prices right away. Same thing with oil, because we buy oil internationally, even though we have our own here in the United States. There's a lot of countries that depend on oil, namely China, Japan, Indonesia. Now, Indonesia do have some oil too. Don't get me wrong. Britain, for number one, depends on oil. Germany depends on oil trade. Most of Western Europe depends on oil trade, including Spain, Portugal. So they have to get it from somewhere. Or the same thing goes with other natural resources, gas, wood, agricultural foods, products, all in great demand. So this is a quicker way to do transactions. Okay, so let's go to another topic. Let's look at how another, and I'm looking at PR News Wire. They also have launched an article on the 10th of April about this digital currency monetary authority. And remember that word authority. It does have authority. It launches this international central bank digital currency. And if you look on my Facebook page, which is on one of them, you'll notice a coin shaped like a currency, which it is. It's a digital currency, and it is used for international funds, monetary funds. Okay. It has, and it will, and it always has. I'm trying to get back to it. But that's it. It looks just like a big giant U, and that U stands for with 2 dots on it, which stands for Universal Monetary Unit. That one unit could be worth trillions of dollars. If that one unit is utilized for transactions around the world in a higher level that you and I will never see, okay, but will be affected by it. So think about that. When you see a U, with a big U with the 2 dots and a circle and a coin shape, think about digital currency monetary authority, okay? That's what have launched this international central bank digital currency. It is a currency, guys. It is a currency. So if you like to see how it looks like, just go to my page. Go to, let me see here. Definitely go to Bitcoin News, and you should have listened on Facebook, and you'll see it. You'll see it right here, right below the screen. And you'll definitely have an understanding about this whole thing, how it looks in detail. Digital currency, monetary authority, unit coin, and universal monetary system. So there it is, okay? You'll see it right there. And that's what the world depends on as of right now. And let me see if anybody have an idea, have any questions. No messages, no. Okay, cool. Moving on. Now, this was reported in Washington today that it states that today at the International Monetary Fund, IMF, spring meeting 2023, the Digital Currency Monetary Authority announced their official launch of an international central bank digital currency, CBDC, that strengthens the monetary sovereignty of participating central banks and complies with the recent crypto asset policy recommendation proposed by the what? IMF. International Monetary Fund. So it's in compliance. It gives participating central banks, which means all over the world, countries that's participating, their central banks, a lot of room, as long as it complies with recent crypto asset policy. So what's that tells you guys? We're all in crypto. We're all in crypto. And that's why I'm in school right now learning this thing about blockchains and cryptocurrency. And that's how I'm able to report to you what's going on, because a lot of colleges and universities are not teaching this. However, your Ivy League colleges are teaching this information and passing on to students. Virginia Tech is number one, Cornell University, MIT is another, and there's several dozen other international, including Oxford University, just to name a few, are definitely on board with this. So if they're teaching their leaders, their future leaders, their students, what does that tell you? It tells you that your education system, mainly my alumni, Virginia State University and Liberty University, need to get on the ball. Also, ECPI is on board because they're offering courses in the blockchain environment, in crypto space. So how's that going to affect investments? It's going to affect investments in the crypto space big time. Yes, it's bad. It looks rough. Some companies have flopped. Some are on life support. Some trading platforms on life support. But I'm here to tell you, probably by next year, it's going to be a whole different world. Artificial intelligence is going to be the king of the road. It's going to be the king of how you do finances. It's going to be the king of the road when it comes to integrity online. It's going to be the king of the road or king of the space when it comes to doing transactions. It's going to be like Big Brother on steroids watching you. So if you have any type of accounts that's iffy, they'll know about it. If you have an idea, you're doing trade and you want something, have an idea what's going to happen down the road and give you an estimate, it will. It's not like it's doing insider trading, but by pattern, it just gives you an estimate, okay? Another thing you want to look at is, matter of fact, you can look right at your home. Did anybody have, what's the name of that Amazon product? Oh, man. I can't think of it. It's artificial intelligence, want to play music. It's a box created by Amazon, and I can't think of the name of it. I can't think of, but let's do this. Let's do this. Amazon's search engine, voice player, artificial intelligence. Used as okay, Amazon. We already know Amazon's using it. Let me look here. A product that Amazon used as artificial intelligence for the consumer. Let's see, what's that called? I'm just trying to get a name of it. Of course, Netflix used it too. Oh my goodness, what is that name? Shopping. There's a lot of books on artificial intelligence. Quite interesting. They're making robots that are the same way. And a lot of them are able to perform surgery. But there's a lot of information on. I'm just going to have to get back here. But in any event, guys, this central bank digital currency under the International Monetary Fund is huge. And for what I can tell you guys, under the UMU, which stands for Universal Monetary Unit, just about every country is involved. Just about every country is involved. Okay. They had their meeting in DC under everybody's nose, and they made it a covenant out of it. Okay. Now, here's something else. In an International Monetary Fund interview with Tobias Adrian, financial counselor of the International Monetary Fund, he states cross-border payments can be slow, expensive, and risky. That's the old way of doing things. In today's world, payments, counterparties in different jurisdictions, talking about different countries, rely on a costly, trusted relationship to offset the lack of a common settlement asset together with common rules and governance. But imagine if a multilateral platform exists that could improve cross-border payments at the same time transforming foreign exchange transactions, risk sharing, and more generally, financial contracting. What does that mean, guys? The old way is gone. That means exactly what it says. The old way is gone. If you didn't get it, just play the playback. And according to Daryl Hubbard, the executive director of digital currency, Digital Currency Monetary Authority, and the chief architect, and he's the chief architect of UMU, which is the Universal Monetary Unit, which is that coin. This vision expressed by the IMF is the exact solution for the Digital Currency Monetary Authority is delivering to the central bank worldwide. Now, God help us if the artificial intelligence take over this authority and start really strongholding those central banks worldwide. Because once you go locked in, it's pretty much you can't get out. So, adopting a global localization public monetary system architect, Universal Monetary Unit can be configured to operate according to the central bank regulation and each participating jurisdiction. It makes it plain where everybody can work on this, work within the system, within their own country's guidelines, and there's no issues. Pretty much straightforward. George Walker states, at partner of the Practice LLP, specializing in international law, facilitating meeting between the DCMA and the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund, states, although the IMF have not officially endorsed the Universal Monetary Fund unit, in reviewing to the Digital Currency Monetary Authority white paper and in a weekly team discussion, the IMF had yet to state an objection to the UMU, which is Universal Monetary Unit. No objections. Ethics, foreign exchange premium rates, and its monetary sovereignty approach. According to Daryl, the Universal Monetary Unit is not attempting to disrupt the international monetary system. In fact, it strengthens it by helping the International Monetary Fund achieve a state mandate to provide economic financial stability to its state member states. The Uniform Monetary Unit is a game changer, according to them, in how cross-border payments are transacted and mitigated against seasonal and systematic local currency depreciation. Bingo. You're working against depreciation within your own area, and you're also working against the seasonal mitigation of against seasonal and systematic local depreciation of currency and paying cross-border transaction. It's going to be so fast. It's going to improve economies, according to what I'm reading here. It's going to make things a lot better. Now, let's see. Universal Monetary Unit mode law legislation has been drafted in collaborations with several foreign sovereign states. In this proposed legislation, the UMU, which stands for Universal Monetary Unit, should not be enacted as a legal tender for negotiating domestic prices, which we already state, or international trade agreement. Instead, the legislation proposed the UMU be enacted as a complementary money commodity for the store of value, mitigation against potential seasonal system local currency depreciation, tender as a payment currency at a time of settlement. It keeps the value going. So if your ever country value drops, like Russia, no problem. Still have value and still do trade at the current value rate, whatever that rate may be. Merchants and trader partners could accept UMU for the equivalent market, which I just said, value for their goods and services price in any national lender legal tender. No matter what the legal tender, no matter how it works, we can do business. The universal monetary unit has premium exchange rate built into its wallet and convert any settlement currency amount to the equivalent of the UMU amount, which stands, again, for those who don't understand, universal monetary unit. It is a coin, guys. It is a coin. The universal monetary unit is cryptocurrency reimagined from the ground up to support central banking and regulate financial institutions, and features a trusted consensus protocol. And you know that part. A stake proof of trust. Now this is new because I remember I know a proof of trust, POS, and there's another one that's on, I can't remember from class, but here it is. Smart contracts. This is a whole different ball game between smart contract or proof of trust, POT. So we got a stake proof of trust, which the acronym stands for SPOT protocol. This is different than what we already talked about. It's different than Ether and different than all the other protocols. This SPOT protocol, and it's a multidimensional DLT, okay, capable of supporting any asset or liability ledger. Oh boy. Enable full service digital banking and international trade payments. Some of you guys, you might want to change your majors. Oh boy, this is getting deep. So the Digital Currency Monetary Authority introduced Universal Monetary Unit as Crypto 2.0 because it innovates a new wave of cryptographics technologies for realizing a digital currency public monetary system with widespread adoption framework encompassing use cases for all constituencies in the global economy. Hallelujah. Boy, they're going to own us. So we're going to be part. So what I'm seeing right now, guys, and I'm glad I went to school for this because I definitely have an insight on this thing. This become a world economy. Each country is going to become a state. You ever heard of the World Federation from Star Trek? I believe we're approaching that World Federation of planets. A planet Earth is a federation of its own, and we're going to have to upgrade because we're going to be part of an interplanetary federation of planets soon. So who knows? But I just wanted to share that with you guys. And here's another one for you. And now this article also talks to make a statement about the Digital Currency Monetary Authority. Okay, what about it? The DCMA, which is Digital Currency Monetary Authority, it's a worldwide thing now. It's very powerful. Is a world leader in the advocacy of digital what? Currency and monetary policy innovations for governments and central bank. Go ahead and take that dollar bill, guys, and just put it in the frame, put it on the wall, and that'll be the last time you see it. That's the only time you're going to see it. All right. Now, membership within the Digital Currency Monetary Authority consists of sovereign states: United States, Britain, France, Germany, the Dominican Republic of Africa, Nigeria, Romania, Mexico, Canada, Japan, China, Russia, all that, okay? Central bank, commercials, and retail banks, other financial institutions. So I'm going to read this again, so make sure you don't miss out on this, okay? The DCMA authority membership is within the DCMA, I'm almost messed it up, consists of sovereign states, which I just mentioned, that's a few, central banks, commercial, retail, banks, and other financial institutions. So all your Bank of America, Bank of South Virginia, Sovereign Bank, Bank of New York, going to all be connected. And I'm not preaching, not preaching style, but they're all connected into this DCMA, which is also going to be connected to the UMU, which is Universal Monetary System, under the which is under the Digital Currency Monetary Authority. And that's the big deal, guys. I know I'm talking boredom or something like that. You may think what I'm saying is very boring, it's very irrelevant, but it will affect you on how you buy, sell, and trade. On the small level, large level, how you're going to do banking. It's going to affect you big time, ladies and gentlemen. So you might as well start educating yourself on it now. Okay? Now, about the UMU, which stands for Universal Monetary Unit, the UMU, also known for unit coin, universe coin, or unicoin, UNICOIN, is an innovation in store of value cryptography powered by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, okay? It adopts the central bank monetary policy framework to ensure it has continuous purchasing demands, minimum price volatility, and annual asset price target. That's the bottom line. So it's here to stay, guys. We're going to be digital currency, guys. How much does this cost? 5 druids. Okay. How you going to pay? Well, here, or here. That's how you're going to pay. Okay. And in other news, I'm on the and I encourage you to go to the DCMA.io website. I mean, that's the official website, Digital Currency Monetary Authority. Type that up, go to the official website, and you'll see it. You'll see a flag. And just to let you know how really interesting this is. You're going to see a flag, and I already posted on Facebook, of the United States on the left, and the CCP China, the Communist China Party flag on the right. Okay, CCP. Okay. Guys, who's doing business the most? Who has the largest economy in the world? Who trade the most products together? The United States and the CCP. Okay. So the CCP in the United States got a lot at stake here. And this Digital Currency Monetary Authority with the UMU making this happen. Okay. It's crypto, like I said, it's crypto 2.0. And here it is. And there's some more articles introducing crypto 2.0. Because I'm an investor in crypto. I'm into crypto. And like I said, it's going to give rebirth to a lot of cryptocurrency. It's going to give a lot of rebirth to a lot of trading platforms that not been doing so well. But this crypto 2.0 is global decentralization on steroids. You know, we're going to start being issued credit cards, check cards from the central bank or our financial institution based on the central bank, okay? And I'm talking about the digital currency central bank. Because everything's going that way, okay? Continuous demand. It's open standard. Realize the digital currency public monetary system of the central bank, retail, and commercial banks. Fintech. Remember that word, Fintech. I'm not going to tell you the acronyms, what it is. But I want you to look at that up. Fintech. Financial technology. I already just gave it to you. And cryptocurrency, what? Exchange. Crypto 2.0 adopts cryptographic technology, processes, and protocol complement with the regulated banking and financial service. Your banks know it's already here, and they're working with them already. The term was coined by Daryl Herbert, a founding member of the Digital Currency Monetary Authority. He's the one who founded this whole thing. Remember to look up the word Daryl Hubbard, and you'll see for yourself. Remember, the biggest advantage of this thing that's pushing for this UMU is the stake proof of trust, high performance trusted consensus protocol, and it's fast. Point-to-point cryptographic cash for retail central bank digital currency. And that means we're going to need some cryptographers out there with a degree who are very smart, who understands, and I'm just looking from the inside. You got to know algebra and trig, guys, to create, to interpret this, to make this thing work. I mean, some of this stuff may be automated, but just doing something from scratch, they're going to expect you to know the algebra and trig. If you don't know algebra and trig, then this is not the career for you. You will have to know algebra and trig. In my opinion, I believe that. I've seen the formulas. It's also going to give you point-to-point cryptographic cash for retail central bank digital currency. Cryptographic cash. Peer-to-peer cryptographic cash for wholesale. So you're a wholesaler, you're going to get paid peer-to-peer cryptographic cash utilizing central bank digital currency. It's going to be digital currency. Digital know your customer. Digital know your customer is the acronym for KYC. I'm getting a little bit tongue twisted, but bear with me. KYC stands for Know Your Customers. It's going to be digitized. Privacy and data protection is going to be included in this, okay? It's going to be, and I have a strong feeling it's going to be in the Ethereum blockchain because of the security, transparency, and the protocol, and not to mention it's going to have a number of things, including smart contract that really gives the point of making sure a transaction goes smoothly. It's also going to have jurisdictional anti-money laundering rules and monitoring. They're going to know if you're doing any kind of money laundering. Some folks in China already got arrested trying to do digitalized money laundering through cryptocurrency. Got arrested already. People getting arrested every day because they want to play the system. They want to try it out, see if they can get away, and they're not getting away. They're not getting away. Jurisdiction sanction enforcement. That means, guys, if your country invades another country, or your country can do some crazy stuff, or does not comply to equality, diversity, inclusion, then you're going to cut off your money from your country. That's control. All right. Some good, and there's maybe not so much good. So educate yourself on this as much as possible, guys. Take some courses, get a degree in it, and that way you can be a subject matter expert, and that way you can advise people. Multi-ledger, DLT, multi-ledger, full service digital banking. Open standard for cross central bank digital currency interoperability. Okay. The network, Unicoin network, well, it got a beautiful example. I wish I have a square share screen, but what I'm planning to do, I'm going to record another video showing you what I see on the screen. And I want to share that with you guys. But I just want to talk about it, and I want you to have an ear to hear. And this is great for those who are on the road driving and just want to listen in while they're still working or driving or doing their own thing while looking at the screen. But the next one is going to be screen shared, and that way everybody can see it. But in the global market, okay, customer in one institution will utilize this as far as the digital financial service network, will utilize this network to communicate and do transaction with another customer back and forth. That's how big it is, using the Unicorn network. And it got a nice illustration right here. And it got the languages like ledgers, create, modify, suspend, balance, FX rate, which stands for foreign exchange, balance, activity, deposit, withdrawal. Got a lot of stuff, stake, cash out, rejects, CC, SSPs, modify SSPs. You know, you got to know what that is too, and branches and that sort of thing. Universal Monetary Unit, and talks about that. Is the first cryptocurrency adopted monetary policy engineered to stimulate continuous demand for minimum price vitality, like vitality, most suitable for storage and exchange of value, and as a central bank cash reserve currency. Wow, that's a lot there. That's a lot to chew. And talk about open market operations. The primary value of any commodity is its utility value. With money, its utility is the ability to pay for goods and services and debt, as well as the ability to preserve value over a long period of time, because money can fluctuate. And that's a fact. It can fluctuate based upon the fundamental economic factors, as well as supply and demand. Investors generally view money as a safer investment than traditional investments that have no underlying utility or value. Aggressive movement in the currency price increase market volatility and lessens confidence in its stability. High volatile cryptocurrency are viewed as speculative investments and lessens adoptability as a true store of value and or management of exchange. If money appropriates too fast, guys, market participants tend to hoard it for appreciation value. And if money depreciates too fast, market participants tend to overlay spend it to minimize their loss of value. And that's true. The use of the open market operation will assist the minimum price volatility of unicorn over time and should prevent unicorn, which is Unicoin, from being traded in a same pattern of a broad cryptocurrency market. It has nothing to do with what we're doing here with crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Dogecoins, and so forth. It doesn't have, or Solana, has nothing to do with that. Okay. The Unicoin, which is a universal coin, UMU, open market operation will utilize the cooperation network of open market traders to buy and sell Unicoin to stabilize any aggressive volatility that may arise in Unicoin in the open market. So there's some volatility somewhere. It helps balance it, okay, and keeps that stability, that market stable, as far as I understand, okay? I'm going to stop reading, okay, because I want you to read, and I'm going to share the link. I already shared the link already. Matter of fact, I want to read this part when it talks about depository interest rate. Let's look at that. That's the last thing I'm going to talk about. Depository interest rate. I'm trying to educate somebody. I'm trying to help somebody. The central bank offers interest rate yield to entice customer deposit, okay, foreign investments in their national currency. We got that. With Unicoin, the uniform PC or monetary PC, the uniform monetary PC will establish yield payout rates for wallet holders to stake Unicoin, universal coin, and a stake proof of trust consensus protocol. And I want you to look up that word, that statement, state proof of trust. What is that state proof of trust and how important it is? I want you to tell me about it, okay? The UMPC will establish the spot, which is the state proof of trust, again, yield rate based on the competitive decentralized finance, DeFi, decentralized. We want a decentralized finance. That's where we're going, guys. We're going from centralized finance to decentralized. That's what cryptocurrency is. So all that stuff you see in Congress talking about we're going to get rid of, we want to maintain centralized, or the Security Exchange Commission wants to keep everything centralized, it's not going to happen. So the decentralized finance market environment and based on the needs to stimulate continuous demand for the unicorn. And this demand will grow. It continue to grow. Let's see, what's it saying about white paper? I got to download something. It's going to be the white paper. Oh, yeah, of course, download. I can download the information. and share it. But what do you think, guys? Got artificial intelligence in charge, been running our economy, is going UMU, uniform, universal monetary unit under the digital currency monetary authority. I mean, we got the security exchange, the security exchange, which is the Fed side of the United States, working with the digital currency monetary authority. So who's in charge? Make you think. So anybody got any questions? I know this is a boring thing, but it's important. I'm going to do another one with the video with the screen share. But I just wanted to share that with you guys to give you some understanding of what's going, because we're in the digital age. We're in the digital age right now. We're definitely, and my job and my family is to make sure I have a great understanding on it, but also looking for a platform where I can utilize it to my advantage. Okay, I'm going to leverage. And when I do find one, I'll let you know. Okay, but I just wanted to share that piece of information. Guys, we definitely in a digital currency world. The DCMA is definitely making an impact. I shared some of the website with you. If you don't have one, you don't see it, let me know, and I'll share what I have. But anyway, guys, I just want to put that out. I'm going to do another video. It's not going to be live, but it's going to be pre-recorded, and it's going to show you details, okay? I want you to see that detail, because with that, guys, it's going to open your eyes. It's like I shared a video about the artificial intelligence, and how digital currency works on its basic model. But I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to graduating. I may take another major course, but it's 4 courses in one, if I'm not mistaken, for the next, if I want to take the next one. So if I so choose to, I may do it. But I'm all about learning and educating, financing, and how these protocols can help our economy or hurt our economy, or who controls it and what kind of control mechanism is in place. And I already share most of that with you. So I hope it's been a blessing to you guys. I hope I can share with you some information and give you some insight, maybe some spiritual insight to let you know, okay, is this going to be a good thing, bad thing? Is it some Satan or something that God has already willed us to have? Because, I mean, a lot of the sci-fi shows we watch show this kind of thing. So whatever they show on sci-fi normally comes true. We got lasers. We got laser weapons. I mean, we got lasers to perform surgery and to heal. We got lasers to construct now. I mean, so we went from that Flash Gordon age to Star Trek age to Star Wars age to Space 1999 and beyond. You know, so you never know. I'm almost 60. I'm 58 years young, and I wish I knew something with have heads up on this stuff when I was in my 20s. My world would be totally different. And I probably have been introduced to it. I just didn't know it was there. And electronic majors, we just like to create the brains, but I mean the circuit boards. We never understood that we're creating a brain, artificial brain after all. So anyway, guys, you all have a good night. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. To all my friends in the military, airborne out.